up on Evening Edition, high schoolers got the chance to enjoy SIU Day. Plus, we take a look at the unique camp for kids in southern Illinois, and Tropical Storm Imelda is causing flash flooding in Texas. Live from Southern Illinois University, you're watching River Region Evening Edition. High school students from across Southern Illinois visited SIU today. Good evening, I'm Jacob Gordon.
And I'm Hannah Frisch. Today was the third semi-annual SIU Day. SIU Day is a free experience which gives prospective students the chance to explore the campus, learn about degree programs, meet with current students, faculty, and staff to see what life as a Saluki is like inside and outside of the classroom. Teens from all over the region got the chance to participate in activities and demonstrations.
And I think this is giving students a feel for, maybe a different feel for SIU than they might have had otherwise on a different kind of campus visit. I think it'll just, help with their understanding of the university, and we hope that translates into enrollment as well.
26 high schools were in attendance for this semester's event with over 900 students registered. The university's next SIU Day will take place next spring on Thursday, April 16th, 2020.
In order to get public funding, every library must celebrate Constitution Day. But to change things up, every year Morris Library has a debate over different constitutional issues. This year's topic was about whether or not the possible impeachment of President Trump is constitutional. This year's debaters were SIU professor Randy Auksher and Murfreesboro Mayor Will Stevens. Auksher was for constitutional impeachment, while Stevens was against. Moderator Todd Graham wanted to emphasize why the debate topic was so important to the community.
Well, because everyone always talks about whether we like our president or don't, whether we like Trump or we don't, but really they don't know what impeachment means. And so I thought before we get into a big brouhaha about should we impeach the president, it would be nice to have an actual debate on what is impeachment and what crimes do you have to commit in order to be impeached, or what do you have to do to be impeached.
I completely disagree.
During the debate, members of the audience had a chance to cross-examine the debaters. Because of this year's success, Graham hopes to hold a debate in a similar style next year.
Well, Jacob, today the weather was very hot outside. Walking across campus was not very fun today.
I felt like I was going to melt. Zach Warhus is here now with the first look at weather. Zach, are we going to see any relief anytime soon?
Well, Jacob, you might be in luck, and as you guys said, we have been melting for the past month. But tonight, it's actually going to get pretty cold. As we can see, we're going to have a temperature of about 60 degrees, which is one of the lowest temperatures that we've seen in the recent months. The temperature is going to continue to the morning of about 62 degrees. The sun's going to be out, and midday the sun will be out as well as we get back up to right around where we've been at 85. Looking forward, though, we can see that fall is approaching. The days are getting shorter and it's going to get a little bit colder, and we'll have updates on tropical storms Imelda and Humberto. But I'll talk more about that in my 5-day forecast and more later on this broadcast.
Zach, thanks. A vehicle rolled over and occupants were ejected during a crash on Interstate 57 earlier this afternoon. The Benton Fire Department says they responded as mutual aid to I-57 at mile marker 71. There were 3 people inside the vehicle at the time of the crash, and 2 were flown from the scene by air evac. All northbound lanes of Interstate 57 are back open tonight. The US 45 Ohio River Brookport Bridge reopened at noon today. This is more than a month ahead of schedule. According to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, maintenance and repair work is nearly completion. It was originally scheduled to stay closed until November 1st for repairs, but new signs were installed on approaches to the bridge indicating a 15-ton load limit, and 2 new 9.5 barriers are being built at each end of the bridge to keep vehicles over that height off of it.
One person is in custody following a shooting in Tams. Alexander County Police say Luke Mitchell faces 1 charge of aggravated discharge of a firearm. The shooting happened around 8:30 Monday night near the corner of 2nd and Kentucky Streets in Tams. The victim was treated at a nearby hospital and has been released. And the economic effects of the United Auto Workers strike is currently being felt across the country. Nashville, Illinois is home to about 3,300 people. With one of the largest plants, Grupo Antolin, now idling, workers say they are hurting. Grupo Antolin makes interior car parts. About 30,000 people work at the company worldwide. It's unknown how many of those are affected by the strike.
It's a medical mystery others cannot forget, but for one Illinois teenager who suffers from it cannot remember. 16-year-old Riley Horner's memory resets every 2 hours. It started happening after she was accidentally kicked in the head back in June. She now relies on other people to help her remember. Doctors haven't been able to explain why her memory resets every 2 hours, but her family hopes if people hear her story, they might get to a closer answer.
Ahead on Evening Edition, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo claims tensions in Saudi Arabia.
Plus, SIU's Touch of Nature adds a twist to a traditional camping experience. You're watching Evening Edition at 5.